Soul Fantasy Show, Soul Fan Show. Hey, it's a Soul Fantasy Show live for September 18th, 2020. Going over the top picks, plays, and studs for Draftkings and Fanduel. Okay, let's just go right to. Do we have perfect lineups? We do. Here's. Right now, I'm gonna go do some new things for you today. Patreon.com/soul1 for perfect lineups like this. Let's go. Look at these perfect lines. These are perfect lineups. Alright, it's pretty nice. Rondo's questionable. Rondo is expecting his back spasms right now. So keep an eye on Rondo. Keep a good eye on Rondo. And be very cautious of what happens with Rondo. Alright, it's going to be a quick video today. This is like I said, let's look at this. Position optimizer. So, they're breaking in a new Friday and Saturday. And as I said yesterday, for Thursday and Friday, I like LeBron James as the sole stud of the day. Expect a 60 and no less. Maybe a little expensive on FanDuel because it's a captain mode. I believe this is why. Let me see. FanDuel. Yes, okay. Everybody's expensive on FanDuel. So we have Jokic at 1,600, 72, 62, 49. So yeah, that's 70. Pretty nice game outing. And we haven't seen him yet against the Lakers, but he really went hard on Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard and them had serious issues. So I had Anthony Davis. You could unclick that because he has a crown, so he might have a very good game. He didn't need to do anything for Game 7. That shit was in the bag, or whatever. Game. How many games? Let me see. How many games did they play? That's why we have this. So he only played 5 games against the Rockets and knocked them the fuck out. 5 games against the Blazers, knocked them out. So teams can't get past 5 games against these Lakers. Expect a 5-game series against the Nuggets as well. You can't tell me that the Nuggets are beating the Lakers to get into the finals. I mean, maybe you could put some trust on FanDuel and Murray, where he's $2,500 cheaper than LeBron James. $2,500. I mean, you could probably plug that into somebody. Well, Grant's $8,500 and he never does anything. McGee's even $7,000. Like, these guys, everybody's expensive. So $2,500 isn't as much as you're usually spending on players. So you have to adjust because this is a different bracket. Look at this. This is basically everybody you got to choose from right here for this game, all the way down to basically people are hoping McGee and the Lakers go back to their old style. Even Millsap's 9,000. Let me see a couple lineups like this. Alright, so they faded LeBron, and they have McGee in, which, McGee's the sole sleeper of the day. Thanks to Mike on Patreon, giving that nice advice for McGee, giving us some heads up that McGee's probably going to get like 20 to 40 fantasy points and not throw up a dud. So now they have Jokic at $1,000 over LeBron. That guy was on fire, and he's been on fire. But look at this one. You can easily go. You could easily just do this, our little secret, and get rid of him. But These three are like three peas in a pod. Morris, Millsap, and Porter. Oh man, you can't really trust them. So let's just generate a couple lineups. Go to the other lineup and just get out of here. Sometimes you just want to look at the video and put lineups in. That's it for FanDuel. Alright, you got Celtics in here, guys. See, they're flooding this shit with Celtics. I don't trust the Celtics anymore. I can't trust the Celtics anymore. The Celtics are done. The Celtics are done. See, even they got how like Gordon Dragic is 75 over Kemba Walker. I've never seen Dragic this expensive. Never seen him this expensive. Then you can just put Kemba Walker, and actually Jaylen Brown is more. I guess Kemba Walker's been struggling, so Tatum did get priced down a bit. Oh, but he's cheaper than he's typically 9K. He's 7K overpriced here. So Tatum, I would like play if he was 9K, but since that, I would just like go elsewhere. Rondo, I don't even think he's gonna play, so I want LeBron in there. You don't have to play Butler and Bam. Thice is pretty cheap. Pope is cheap. Crowder is cheap. So you don't have to play smart. You can just get, like Gary Harris is definitely he was in the core. He's in the core from yesterday, and obviously he's going to be in the core today. So you can play Tyler Hero, and you can just get see our little secret player. See, if you want to try to get somebody in here like Kyle Kuzma is just so disappointing. Porter Jr. is so disappointing. I mean, Anthony Davis is the one that's not disappointing people. So, see, then you're stuck with them here. Forward, Kuzma, Porter, Grant, Millsap, Green. So I would just go here because this guy had a pretty good game. And then you can just upgrade this to the side. Or here. And then you're back to these four guys that I'm not too wild about. Porter Jr., Kuzma, Grant, and Green. So then you just look here. So you have to go out. That's why Brown is so expensive. Because he's the best option compared to this shit show down here. All the way, including Andre Iguodala. And even J.R. Smith and Craig are part of that shit show that you might not like. You know? So I'll just jam somebody the fuck in there. Don't necessarily count Rondo like we thought he would. He isn't. He's not that great. Please. I mean, you can do this. I wouldn't go Robert Williams. I would not go Kelly yet. Kelly Object isn't being used. Dwight Howard is not being used. Plumlee is not being used. None of them are getting minutes. Markieff Morris isn't getting minutes. Thice is not really getting minutes. Davis and Jokic are getting monster minutes, so you can easily just slam them in, as opposed to people that don't get minutes. Now, Dragic is expensive, so you can just... Man, I hate just constantly trusting this Wanamaker guy, and then he fails you. Alright, so... Game 1 he had 33. Today he did not do that. He had like 20 or so. Okay, so I'm not in love with him. I'm just gonna stick him in there to see what we can do. And then we would just probably... We don't need Bam anymore. There you go. See, at 40 so Hero 40, Kuzma 20. I mean, it's either Kuzma or Porter Jr. or Millsap. Green, Morris, Pope. I mean, I can't see any of these other guys getting any action. All of them, no. So, Derek Jones, no. Solomon Hill, no. Leonard, no. Smith, no. Dudley, no. Craig, no. Iguodala. So basically, Pope, no. Morris, no. So I mean, who am I gonna pick out of these guys right here? Let's just put him in there. Let's just see who randomly be popping up. So Millsap popped up. Millsap Hero. Maurice Morris and Kuzma and Millsap all together. With Butler and Bam. Wow, this is a whole Miami. Oh, because they got Tatum. They spent most of their money on Tatum. So what we could do is go Crowder and then, oh, jeez. Jokic. Now we're 2K over. And then we just go. Oh, that went up. Now we don't need Bam. See, as soon as you play Jokic, you don't need Bam anymore. That's. Let's try one with both of them. So, Jokic and Bam. Bam is only a center, so we'll put him in the utility. Alright, so we're 4K over. We don't need him, obviously. But I really hope Rondo plays because he's only 4,400. And we make a big move here. We can make a powerful move here if we make the right decision with Jimmy Butler. Because it's smart. Okay. See? That's not bad. We traded Butler for Smart, but we kept Jokic and Bam. Or yeah, because I wanted to have one with that both. But, say we want LeBron, then we get rid of Bam Bigelow, and put in a Bam piece of crap like Pope. Alright, so here's one. Here is a stack with LeBron and Jokic. You could go that direction. But then you have to play either Pope or Caruso. Okay? And we're already playing Rondo and Marif and Duncan, who are very bad. But I would definitely play Duncan Robinson over all them guys. So in your little forward spot, they're already putting Duncan Robinson in there a lot because he's easy to plug in. So here we are under only $100. We could not. This isn't gonna work. I'm just not playing Tatum today. I don't care what he does. I don't care. Keep Murray in. Keep Butler in. Now, how can we get it? We'll have LeBron, Morris, Murray, Millsap. We got that. Kelly. Bam. Kelly gets 23 fantasy points here. And everybody else, does their part. You go here. You do this. But then you would probably want to just go like this. You do something like this. So now you have three pretty nice studs. Bam, Murray, and Davis. Taking a huge risk with Kelly and Kyle. That isn't much of a risk with Harris and Rondo. If Rondo plays. Alright, this is Soul Fan Show.